So, I watched Boy Meets World, and I have some thoughts. Quick note, I will be drawing, learning animation, and talking, so stick till the end anyway. Carrying on. Here is something about me. I love sitcoms more than any genre. They're the best. They're wholesome, funny, comforting, they're my safe place to go back to. Another thing about me, usually when I watch a sitcom, I cry near the end. I feel like there's a hole in my heart, empty, but also so excited to rewatch it. Usually, any sitcom I'm watching is likely going to become my top one. I'm not the kind of watcher who overanalyzes things. No way. I just love the characters and the vibes. So when I say something is good, after I finish it, only good, it means it was actually disappointing. And watching Boy Meets World was definitely a different experience than usual. It wasn't bad, it was just, okay. When I watched it, I thought Cory would be the soft, silly kid who goes to high school, goes through so much, and we would join that journey with him. And don't get me wrong, I liked seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4. But it went really downhill after that. When I started the later seasons, I began to see the difference. Okay, that's enough. Let's get into it. So season 1 was wholesome, silly, and funny, following Cory and his relationship with his family, Eric and his dad most of the time, and mostly his teacher Mr. Feeney having life lessons every now and then. He was a large impact on most episodes, having much more screen time than other characters. It had some scenes with Cory and Topanga being weird, some hinted future romance, but nothing more. They shared a forced kiss with Cory and that's it. It was okay and nice. And season 2 was mostly following Cory and Sean, but Sean was much more different.
Bonkers.
He was going through a lot, like his mother abandoning him, not having a home to go back to, having to stay with the Matthews, then with his teacher, whom I forgot his name. Anyway, I thought Sean was annoying this season, but at the same time he was hurt and going through a lot. Like the scene where he found out his father isn't coming back. He was a teenager going through a lot, and I understood why he was irresponsible, unlike Cory. Cory was always the nice good friend that makes Sean better, and that concept was kept throughout the seasons until season 4.
And how sensitive you can be. Do you think I'm sensitive? I do. You know what, Cor? I'm gonna work real hard. So whatever college you get into, I'll be right there with you. Do you mean it? I've never met anything more in my whole life.
Okay, stop it!
He was a horrible, horrible friend, horrible boyfriend after season 4. He was selfish, childish, and controlling, and I will now go on why I hated the show because of him. So first is Cory and Sean. Overall, Cory was normal. I liked him to some degree, but he was always annoying in my opinion, too silly, but at the same time I knew he was a child, so I didn't hate him for it. But I did mostly get annoyed with Sean, because he was so unreasonable sometimes and gets into unnecessary trouble and has so many stupid thoughts. Like the time he went to Quinn and his group to join them because he believed he was meant to be looked at like that forever just because a girl rejected him for being poor. He was dramatic at times, but I always gave him the benefit of the doubt for being young. Cory always seemed like he was the good friend who makes Sean better, which I understood and saw the difference between them too clearly in early seasons and later seasons as well. But in season 3, Sean stayed the same, and what bothered me is his growth is never stable. One second he learned from his mistake, then the other he is doing something worse, like the Feeney house incident where he joined with other angry students and ruined Feeney's house. In earlier episodes, he was growing to learn he wasn't just a poor kid who will end up bad like everyone thinks. Like, make it make sense at least. Also, I hated how inconsistent Cory's relationship with Topanga was in season 2. They kiss, then Cory dates other girls, then they have a moment again, then Cory meets other girls. It was annoying, to be honest. Season 3 was fun and okay, messy but fun. The breakup was so uncalled for. So they could meet other people was a stupid reason. They didn't even really dive into it, it was just completely out of nowhere, and then getting back together didn't feel that amazing with how the breakup was done. And oh no, that's not all. Till here, season 4 was likable, but in season 4, oh, he was the worst. Also, he was thrown into these moments of testing his love for Topanga, women flirting with him, throwing themselves at him out of nowhere. It didn't make sense. And I also hated how much he was expecting intimacy from Topanga, the next serious stage. I mean, he was pushing her for seasons, and even in later seasons he only showed interest in marrying her to have intimacy with her, nothing more. And I will get into every season now and explain why I hated the last ones, but before that I want to say, my channel isn't just an anime channel, it's more about drawing and talking. So I will talk about anime, but not only anime. And I would take any character requests you want me to redesign in my style, I would love to. So I have made it clear Cory was the main reason I hated Boy Meets World, but before we start with him, there are other factors, such as Eric, his older brother. He started funny and silly, but then his whole personality became being stupid and useless.
Of all my knowledge, everything I know is in me manifesto.
He was funny at first, but then he was annoying, he was just stupid. They really didn't have anything else to give him other than being stupid, which made me not like him as well. Although I did love his relationship with Mr. Feeney in the first seasons, with Feeney helping him get into college and growing closer, they kind of ruined him a lot. And I can't understand why the writers are so stupid, because even I don't know how to write, but I know it's terrible when you make a character revolve around being stupid or smart or controlling. And speaking of controlling, Cory is the main reason I hated the show. I really did love Cory at first, but the moment I started to hate him so much was this moment right here.
Those idiots let me in! All right, wait. We got one more to go. And let's not lie, this is a toughie. Sean, no matter what happens, I love you. I'm ready. Okay.
Wait list!
What?
I'm on the wait list, so if they don't get filled up with all the people that they've already accepted, I get in.
But the plan was for all of us to go to school together.
What's the big deal? We're always gonna be friends.
No. Everyone says that. And then they graduate from high school, and they never see each other again.
Could that happen?
I'm getting you into Pembroke.
Here, Cory was being a terrible friend. Let's look at the scene from all angles. 1. He completely ignored Topanga's achievement, being on the waiting list for one of the largest colleges ever. He didn't even say congratulations. 2. He immediately shut Sean down, dismissed Sean's feelings or what he wanted. He got defensive and controlling. And if we give him the benefit of the doubt and say he just didn't want him and Sean to stop being friends, that is normal and understandable. But going from being upset to making other students refuse a great college just so his friend might get in is completely selfish. And also going to Sean and straight up telling him he knows what's best for him better and that he should and must listen is insane, by the way. And it's worse when you notice that's how the show has been showing Cory as someone who knows best for Sean and is always shown as better and should be listened to. And he also completely ignored Topanga. He didn't even think of the idea that she might want to go and just thought she would definitely reject it for them. And this word.
Topanga, I used to be able to. I used to be able to do a lot of things before I married you. Congratulations! You've killed my spirit!
This, I swear, this is what made me genuinely so pissed, because if I heard someone say that to my friend, I would not sit down and say nothing. That was so over the top and selfish and undermining for Topanga and how smart she actually is. And after all that, Sean ended up actually going to college, but Cory never apologized or had any consequences. And another episode of him being controlling is the episode where Sean didn't want to read his poem in front of people or even show it to people, but Cory went over the line again.
I don't understand.
Come with me. Okay. How do I put this? Who do you think you are?
Here, Sean was so pissed, and for once he wanted Cory to admit he was wrong. But as you see...
Who do you think you are?
Well, that's a silly question, Sean. I'm your best friend.
No. No jokes, no backpedaling. Look into my eyes, Cory. I am dead serious. We have a problem here.
All right, Sean, I'm sorry.
No,
okay,
no. That's not what I want to hear. Not this time. I want to hear that you were wrong. That I asked you to back off and you wouldn't take no for an answer. That you totally disregarded my feelings. You went way too far this time, Cory.
All right. I did that. Okay, but I just want to say...
they're better. There better not be a but.
I did this for your own good.
You have no idea what my poetry is about, do you? That poem that Feeney read in class, do you even know what that was about? Nothing.
He clearly didn't even admit it. As always, he thought he was right. And the next scene shows how much he thinks the world is supposed to revolve around him.
That poem you just read, do you even know who that was about?
Me.
It's about Angela.
How he is always right, he is always involved, and he should always be the center of the world. And in this episode, he didn't admit he was wrong not once, and it ended with them forgiving him, which will be even more annoying in future episodes. In later seasons, he got even worse. It became this thing like, Cory is just being Cory again. When Topanga is disrespected, she just rolls her eyes, smiles, and brushes it off. There was a whole episode about Topanga having an interview, and he completely ignored it. He only focused on himself and Sean, completely neglecting his wife, by the way, and her achievements. And in another episode, they had another fight. The fight was Cory being jealous that she is better than him in everything. He yelled, she got offended and got defensive and yelled back, which made it worse, but he went over the top again. Was the episode where his mother was giving birth. His mother was feeling neglected and Topanga wanted to help by throwing a baby shower party, but Cory kept arguing that it's Valentine's and she should be spending time with him. And she refused, and he didn't care and ruined the party with a male stripper for his mother, which made his mother feel worse. And even when his brother was on the verge of death, he could only care about himself. He kept saying Topanga was being different, that she was the one who was wrong, and after all that, he didn't apologize once. Not once. Anyway, I can go on forever about why I hate Cory, but those are the main points. And one last thing and scene that made me hate the show is the fight scene between Cory and Sean and Rachel. In this scene, Rachel is working in a part-time job that she hates, and the only thing she benefits from is a parking spot. And she found out someone parked in it, and it was Sean. She got frustrated and angry. They didn't feel bad and said they won't get any more candy privileges from college, and they turned it into a war. Then Cory and Sean put Rachel's whole car inside her dorm, completely childish, since they started the whole thing. Then Rachel threw hints on Topanga and Sean and Cory and stuck them into their seats. And what did they do? And what were the consequences? Oh right, nothing. Rachel gets upset, and then just because they said she was their friend too, they got away with it. They didn't actually feel bad. They didn't say, we took it too far. They only apologized because they took it too far, not because they felt bad. No, in fact, they kept arguing that they did nothing wrong at all. Anyway, that episode pissed me off so much. If I were Rachel, I would never speak to them again. So this is it for today. I don't want to get more pissed off, but thanks for watching this far into the video. I really appreciate it. And also, give me your thoughts on what to